Good morning, friends. It is Monday. Hope you had a fabulous weekend. Hope the weather was great where you're at. Here in Southeast Texas, pretty much a nice weekend. It did storm Saturday night, but cleared out yesterday in time for Easter and dinner with family. Hope you had a great Easter if you celebrate it. Uh, we were going to do this show tomorrow after the national championship game, but I don't know, the last 24 hours this week just got hectic as hell. I'm still trying to figure out when we're going to do a show to review the national championship game. Don't know if we're going to be able to do it Wednesday or Thursday, but we'll see. Anyway, so we're going to do it today. Go over the Final Four, baseball, softball review. Before we start, hit that subscribe button. And let's get some news. TCU and football coach Sonny Dykes have agreed to a multi-year contract extension. He's gone 36-17 since he took over at TCU. And I saw something about he is the coach in the Big 12 that's won the most conference games. I think that's what I read. Could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I read that Sonny Dykes is leading Big 12 coaches in Big 12 wins. Hey, the NCAA won't do it, so White House and President Trump has to step in. Executive order directs the NCAA to create rules that mandates college athletes can play for no more than a 5-year period and allows them to transfer only once before they graduate without having to sit out for a full year. That goes into effect August 1. I don't like when the government gets involved in all this other stuff. Just run the country. But when you got a sissy organization like the NCAA who doesn't want to do jack crap, then the government gets involved. They're probably going to eventually get involved in the NIL and all that stuff too. Because like I said, the NCAA, they're worthless. They won't do anything about that stuff. It's just like we know it's the Wild West out there in college sports. That's all because the NCAA doesn't have any balls to do anything. So the government gets involved. So there he is. Anyway, we'll see what happens with all this and anything upcoming in the future like NIL and stuff like that. Virginia judge has denied Virginia quarterback Chandler Morris request for a preliminary injunction to play for a 7th season. So no go as of now for Chandler Morris. Alabama basketball coach Nate Oates signs a new contract that makes him one of the 5 highest paid basketball coaches in the country. Well deserved because he's got that team playing awesome every year. No, they exited early not too early from the tournament this year, but he's got them there going to the tournament and going a few games too. So I think that's pretty well deserved. All right, so getting on here. Let me get my water here because I'm thirsty. Women's, they had their Final Four. South Carolina beat UConn 62-48. UCLA beat Texas 51-44. And then the national championship game yesterday, UCLA just all over South Carolina, 79-51. UCLA was led by Jaquez. She had 21 points, 10 rebounds. The other starters for UCLA, they all had at least 10 points. Some of them have more than that, of course. 43% from the field, 19 points off of turnovers. South Carolina, Johnson, she led the way, but 14 points. She was the leading scorer. Merker, 11 points. She came off the bench to do that because the South Carolina starters, they didn't do worth a damn in this one. 29% from the field. They had 12 less rebounds. UCLA is your women's basketball champion. Men's basketball. UConn beat Illinois 71-62. I'll admit, I actually picked Illinois because I don't know. I just like to sometimes pick weird teams and pick the underdogs and stuff like that. Early on, Illinois, boy, they were belly up in the water. Nothing was going to save them. Then they made a run there at the end. I think they got within, 4 or 5 points. UConn said, enough of this. Slapped them across the face and took off again. Won the game 71-62. This next one, I did not see it. I picked Arizona. I actually picked the opposite. I picked Arizona beating down Michigan bad. Wrong about that one too. Michigan just whooped up on Arizona 91-73. Did not see that coming. Michigan 48% from the field. They hit 12 3-pointers, 26 points off of turnovers. So, national championship game tonight. UConn versus Michigan. I don't know. Something tells me to go Michigan. I mean, they're on a roll. Look what they did to Arizona. Yeah, UConn beat Illinois by what 9, but let Illinois get back into it, like we said, within 4 or 5. Um, I'm just gonna go. I'm going Michigan. I don't know if they're gonna win, but something just tells me, hey, Michigan, they're on a mission. They're gonna do it. So we'll find out tonight about that. All right. So baseball roundup for the over the weekend. Number 23 Central Florida won their series against number 13 West Virginia 2-1. 9-14 Missouri wins their first SEC series of the season. That's kind of hard to believe that happens to any team. Beat Kentucky 2-1. We actually watched the game yesterday. Started off 1-1, then Kentucky went up 2-1, and then Missouri just started scoring. For like 4, 5, 6 straight runs straight, and just took off with that one. So they ended up winning their series, first season of the series of the season for them. So congratulations to them. Number 19, Nebraska swept Penn State in their series 3-0. Number 14, Coastal Carolina won their series against South Alabama 2-1. Number 7, Florida State won their series over number 10, Virginia 2-1. 16-14, Michigan won their series over number 15, Oregon 2-1. Number 5, Georgia swept number 4, Mississippi State 3-0. Number 6, UNC beat Boston College, number 22 Boston College in their series 2-1. Number 8, Southern Miss beats Old Dominion 2-1 in their series. Number 2, Texas beat South Carolina 2-1 in their series. Number 16, Alabama. They beat number 11, Oklahoma in their series 2-1. Number 18, Auburn beat number 17, Arkansas 2-1 in their series. Number 1, UCLA sweeps their rival. Number 12, USC wins that series 3-0. 22-11, Ole Miss wins their series over number 22, Florida 2-1. Number 25, Arizona State beat Arizona 2-1 in that series. Number 20, Texas A&M beat Vanderbilt 2-1 in that series. Moving on, number 3, Georgia Tech, they swept Cal 3-0 in that series. Going over to the softball side, number 7, Florida beat number 14, Mississippi State 2-1 in that one. Number 5, Nebraska swept Rutgers 3-0 in that series. Number 10, UCLA swept Indiana 3-0. Number 20, Oregon swept Iowa 3-0. Number 3, Oklahoma swept Kentucky 3-0. A lot of sweeps in the softball this past weekend. 27-11, Kansas beat number 23, Arizona State 2-1 in that series. Number 8, Duke sweeps number 17, Virginia 3-0. Number 2, Texas Tech sweeps BYU 3-0 in that series. Number 9, Florida State sweeps Notre Dame 3-0 in that series. Number 4, Alabama beat number 1, Texas 2-1 in that series. Actually caught a little bit of that game on Saturday. One of the games. Let's see. Number 22, LSU beat Missouri 2-1 in that series. 26-13, Nevada beat number 21, Grand Canyon 2-1 in that series. Number 8, Tennessee beat South Carolina 2-1 in that series. Number 11, Virginia Tech beat Clemson, won that series 2-1. And number 13, Arizona, and number 6, Arkansas. They finished their series up tonight from this past weekend. That's it. So we got the national championship game tonight, UConn and Michigan. And then after that, full-blown into baseball and softball. We'll be talking about everybody, not just the top 25. We'll be doing top 25, upsets, close games, and crazy things that happen. Once again, we're not going to, I mean, there's just so many teams like in basketball. If your team is 1-15 and they're playing, 1-15 so-and-so. Sorry, we're probably not going to mention that one. But we're fixing to dive head on into that. Hard to believe we got, 2 months left of the college sports season? Then summer's here and football starts up again. Like I said, this week, I don't know what happened in the last 24 hours, but this week just went to crap already. That's why we're doing this show today instead of tomorrow. Gonna try to do a show on Wednesday or Thursday to review the national championship game and then preview what's coming up this weekend in baseball and softball. Gonna try. Don't know if we can do it. If not, then, yeah, we'll be back Monday to review everything. Hope not, because I want to do the national championship game while it's still fresh and not, a week later. But Yeah, y'all know how it goes, how life and work goes. Anyway, keep your head down, stay busy. Unfortunately, no basketball during the day to make the day go by faster. But anyway, stay busy. The weekend will be here before you knew it. Hopefully, we will see you later this week. If not, we'll see you a week from today. Take care.